Jessica Carter's Excursion to Egypt by Megan. Characters: Mum, Dad, Jessica. My name is Jessica Carter. I am 8 years old. I am Howard Carter's great-granddaughter. If you don't mind, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm in it. One hot, stormy and muggy summer's day, I was at my great-granddad's house with my mum clearing out his loft from after he died. I found a big trunk with a load of his belongings in it. I was going through his things when I found a letter. It said, "Dear Mr. Carter, I hope you aren't offended by this, but over all the tests we have gone through, we have decided you did not find the tomb of Tutankhamen. I am very sorry about this and how long it took to find out. Yours sincerely, British Museum." What? No, this can't be. I must go to Egypt and find the real tomb of Tutankhamen. Mum, we're going to Egypt, I said. Seriously? Jessica, we can't afford it, my mum replied. What if I told you great-granddad didn't find the real tomb of Tutankhamen? Then yes, we could, said my mum. Well, it's true. Read this letter. We're going to Egypt, honey, my mum shouted to my dad. Why? Said my dad. Because we are, my mum shouted. After discussing it and packing our cases, off we went to the airport. We arrived at the airport. It was my first time going on a plane at the airport. It's as busy as a beehive here, I shouted to my parents amongst all the loud voices at the airport. We were at the front of the line at security. I was scared. We went through security. It was fine. After that, we had breakfast. Soon after, we got on the plane. Wow, this is such a beautiful view, I said. After 5 hours on the plane, we got to Egypt. I was so excited. We arrived at our hotel. It was glorious. I went to the desert straight away. When I got there, I fell asleep on the boiling hot sand. The next day, I woke up. I realised my compass was broken. I walked back to the town and bought a new one. It worked! I found the tomb. I dug and dug. I stared into the tomb. I couldn't believe my eyes. I entered the tomb. I walked through the hall and it had pictures of Tutankhamen in golden frames. I tiptoed into the living room of his tomb. There was a big golden crown in there with nothing else. All of a sudden there was a crash and a thump. What's that? I said. I looked up. I wish I hadn't come on my own, I moaned. The ceiling caved in and I was trapped. I walked into the throne room. I shouted, wow! It was the sarcophagus, but I remembered I was trapped. I opened the sarcophagus, but I couldn't only see a mummy, I saw a map. How am I supposed to find that tiny code breaker? I don't know what a code breaker is, I screamed grumpily. I walked all around the tomb, and there was no sign of a passage, but there was a beautiful vase encrusted in emerald jewels. There was an enormous chariot made of gold. My eyes went blurry because it was so beautiful. The wheels had silver gems all around the rims. I went through the last alley. Finally, I found the door. I opened it. There was the tiny code breaker. I put in the code, a door opened. I walked through the door. Soon I realised it was the secret passage. All of a sudden, a lamp lit. Dun, dun, dun.